Is this working now? Can you actually all see me now? That's my dog. Actually, my dog's snoring. I'm. Yay! We can see me. Hi. What's this?
It's working, I think.
Did we do it? Can you see me? Yay! We did it!
I don't know what happened there.
Oh, God knows. It just kept on doing the worst screenshots of my face ever. And I was like, oh, is this what everybody's looking at? Literally the most horrific screenshots of my face.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to put a message up on my timeline to let everyone know where we are. What's your
Yay!
Instagram? Vicky Rugg Lash Artist.
Vicky Rugg Lash Artist. I can't remember if it's got an underscore or not.
Hang on,
I actually don't remember.
5.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, you're here.
No, I left that dodgy one up of me just talking, telling everyone where we'd gone. Watch our live happening now over on Vicky Rugg. Oh, I can't type very quickly.
Hi, everybody.
I'm just telling everyone where to find us because we've had to come to a different page.
Perfect.
So Vicky Rugg _ lash artist. That's it, isn't it?
I think that's it. Yeah, I think it's underscore.
Right, done. We're sorted. I'm not used to being at the bottom of the screen.
I've never ever gone live before, ever.
No, to be fair, it was probably my fault. I actually forgot to send you a message earlier today. And it probably didn't help that I sent you a message 5 minutes before we went on saying, got any questions?
No, honestly, that suits me so much better. I don't like to prep for anything. If you ask Joanna, we've done like podcasts and she tried to send me questions and I said, no, I don't want any questions. I'm much better just doing it as we go.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I can still see all the questions, so that's fine. So I'll keep an eye on the questions coming up. But I'm glad that we've managed to get everyone. It looks like everyone's coming over, so that's good. Right. Oh, Jade Jones, she said she's going to catch up tomorrow, but she wanted to say hi. So we'll say hi to Jade.
Hi, Jade. Love you, Jade.
Right, so we're actually on your Instagram now. So it seems a bit weird for me to say, hello Vicky, how are you? Please introduce yourself. Because if we're on your Instagram, I'm sure everyone knows who you are.
Yeah, everybody's why I'm here. But hi everybody, I'm Vicky Rugg and yeah, welcome.
Okay, so just because we might have a few people over from the Lash Social that may not know who you are, just give us a little intro first of all on, let's talk how you've been coping with lockdown and COVID-19, and just give us a little bit of an introduction to yourself, Vicky, where you're from, how long you've been doing lashes.
Okay, so I've been doing lashes for 10 years. I live in Essex and I work in Essex, I train in Essex, but I've been traveling up and down a little bit teaching. Isolation has not been so bad. Like, I'm hoping, okay, really not so bad at all. It is what it is. And I am, you know, there was a lot of people at the beginning that was rushing around doing lash things. And honestly, I haven't had a sick day in 10 years. And
so you're having them all at one go?
Yeah, I honestly am just like, okay, well, I'm not allowed to go to work. Boris says I'm not allowed to go to work. So it's honestly been okay.
That's good.
Really, yeah, really not bad at all.
So did you make the decision to shut shop before we were told to? Were you one of those that sort of shut a little bit early, or were you one that waited right until on the nail?
No,
to shut?
it wasn't too early. It was literally a couple of days before. So Boris shut the pubs on the Friday. and I'd had a drink on Friday night, and then I literally woke up really early on the Saturday morning, and I was like, I have to close.
Yeah.
I have to close. If we can't go to the pub, I can't do lashes. Like, I just can't. So I literally, within 5 minutes of opening my eyes on the Saturday morning, I messaged Tara Fisher. I messaged her, and I was like, I'm going to close. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to do the same. And I was like, yeah, I think we have to. So yeah, I literally did it on the Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, how we all have that little confidant as such that you chat to. And I was doing the same with a couple of girls that live near to me that I'm friends with, and I was like, oh, what are you doing? And we were on the fence, and I was like, I had students messaging me saying, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm not shut yet, but I'm going to. But it sort of makes it a harder decision to make, because you must have it as well, where you're a mentor to so many people, so you almost have that added pressure to lead by example, don't you, when it comes to
and do you know what, it felt like a relief. It was a relief to make the decision. As soon as I woke up in the morning the night before, I remember I spoke to Tara the night before, and I was like, no, you know, I don't have that many clients, it's fine, it's not a problem. And then I literally woke up in the morning, and I literally felt this bit of relief, and I was like, no, I've made the decision, I'm closing. And it was just a relief that I'd made the decision and nothing was going to change my mind. And then obviously Boris made the decision for us on the Monday anyway, but it was relief more than anything else that the decision was made and it was done.
Yeah, I think it was just taking that one step further to make that decision. I think that's what everyone found hard, just to take that step, wasn't it? I mean, I felt exactly the same. As soon as I'd made the decision to close, I was like, I've made the decision now. So once the decision's made, that's it. You can then start contacting your clients, cancelling them, postponing them, whatever, and moving forward. So okay, great. What I wanted to chat to you this evening about is, so we've spoken briefly about how you've been coping with lockdown. You've said that you haven't had any time off in a really long time, so you're actually quite enjoying it. Who are you locked down with?
My husband and two of my children. My eldest daughter moved away just before lockdown, so she's 300 miles away, so I'm missing her a lot. But we've got our two younger children here with us. So it's me, my husband, and our two children.
And are you normally a family that spends that much time together?
Yeah, we do really. We, like, during the week, me and my husband are probably like ships that pass in the night. I'm very busy and I'm always constantly doing something, and he obviously works during the day. But we are like home a lot together. We are always home a lot together.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so it is nice, because I think sometimes when I've heard some people when they're not used to be living or spending so much time together, they're always at each other's throats all the time.
Yeah, no, to be honest, it doesn't feel like very much is different. It really doesn't feel like like my husband used to work shift work a lot. Not so much now, but he worked shift work. So I would try and work my hours around his hours so that we was home at the same time. So really, it doesn't feel like very much has changed for us.
No. Okay, so that's nice then. So you must feel like
you're
in your comfort zone. You're not feeling like too much anxiety about the whole situation then?
No, not too much. Not too much.
No, that's good to hear though. So let's talk about, what should we talk about first? Let's talk lashes first of all. You're a mentor to so many people and you've trained so many people as well. Are you still doing lots of trainings, or obviously not now, but are you still training on an everyday basis or a couple of times a week? How often are you training at the moment?
Yeah, no, week to week basis. Honestly, I've had to cancel and postpone so many workshops and mentoring. So I don't teach beginners so much now.
No.
My time is more spent mentoring, like more advanced training and workshops. And me and Amy Phillips, we've got so much in the diary for, like, we was just traveling up and down and just really getting loads of stuff in the diary, and we've had to postpone so much. I had, in a couple of weeks, I was supposed to be doing a workshop with Jade, and we'd just done one in Crewe, and we was supposed to be down in Cornwall last week, and it's all had to have been postponed and cancelled, and I'm absolutely devastated about it.
Yeah, but to be fair though, you are someone, you do collab quite a lot, don't you, Vicky? You do collaborations.
Oh,
You work with, you are known to do collaboration over competition, isn't it?
Oh,
I never say that.
always. I hate working by myself. I literally could think of nothing worse than working by myself. I would much rather have another lash artist by my side. Like, obviously Amy works with me all the time, but if somebody gives me the opportunity to work with them, I will take it. I love working with other people.
So Amy works, you do work together really closely. Do you, you're still your own separate businesses though, aren't you? You still are your own separate people, you just work together as a collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely. So Amy now takes over. So Amy teaches classic, volume, and straight to volume. She teaches all of those, but I don't teach any beginner classes now. So Amy has taken over fully all of my beginner classes. So
okay,
she will
that's good.
all of our beginner students under my name, but she will teach all of the beginner students, and I take all of the more like the advanced students, so mentoring people that are already qualified, people that want to become trainers. I will teach those ones, so that works really well for both of us, that she has got plenty of students, and I haven't taught beginners for a little while now. Like, I kind of made a decision like last year about what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go, and it just suits us both so well that I don't want to teach the beginners, and Amy loves the beginners and she does so well with the beginners, and her students are so amazing, and I want to focus more on more advanced stuff.
No, that's really good though, because then it allows you both to focus on what areas you enjoy as well. So it keeps the enjoyment factor there, I think, which is really important. Because I think if you are just teaching the same thing over again, so if you were just teaching your beginners, it does get quite repetitive as well. I think Amy's on here now, so it's Amy Phillips Lashes. If anyone wants to give hi Amy. And Tara's underneath going, it's you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about collaborating and being hosted, because you've been hosted probably more times than you can think of.
Quite a few, not too many.
So for people that have had the opportunity to be hosted, or are maybe thinking about trying to get themselves hosted, can you give any advice on this in terms of, do you as the person that's being hosted do a lot of the organising, or as someone that's being hosted, do you then hand the reins over? Do you control payments?
Yeah.
How does it all work? You talk to us
So
about it.
if somebody wanted me to come to them, like out of county, out of Essex, so me and Amy will always do it together, and Amy is the best, and she will take over everything for me. She just literally says to me, are you free this day? I'll say yes, and then she takes care of everything. So the host would organise the venue, she would organise snacks and whatever else it is, and Amy takes care of everything else. She's so good. She will literally take care of all the bookings, all the people and everything, because I get myself so worked up about it. It just works so much better this way. That if I say, like, all she does is says, are you free this day? And then I don't have to think about it. I'll go and teach and do what I love to do once I get there, but I don't want to think about it beforehand, because that's why I say no to so many things. Because
so you're better to almost leave the organising to the person that's hosting you and Amy, and then you just turn up when you're told to deliver the content as such.
Absolutely,
okay.
absolutely.
So I still want, although you don't do the organising of it, I'm sure you have a say when it comes to things like financial side of it. So
of course.
So there's many ways obviously with hostings, and I'm guessing you've probably experienced both sides of things. Do you do it where you maybe give the person that's hosting you a percentage of the sales, or do you do it where they get the free training? How do you tend to work?
So it's gone both ways. So normally how it would work is the host would get a free space, they would get their certificate, their goodie bag, everything all in, and they don't have to pay. They deal with the hosting. But I've also done it in a way where like somebody that's hosted me a couple of times before, they don't need the training as
Right.
such because they've already done it. And so they would take
Percentage,
not even percentage, yeah, but they would take a certain amount of money out of the training, and then they would fill all the spaces, and they deal with all the bookings, and they deal with, like, that's not even left to Amy, that would be left to the host.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's but like to host somebody, it is beneficial to the host. It is a lot of organising, and it is a lot of
Behind the scenes, isn't it?
yeah, behind the scenes stuff, exactly. But it is worth their time doing. It's not like they're doing it for free. So they would either get a free space in training, or they would get a cut or a percentage or a certain amount of money out of the training for doing so.
And so when you're doing trainings, I mean, I know it's different when you're doing full trainings, but when you're doing hostings, how many people do you like to have? Because I find that I think sometimes you can go to a workshop and you can be only 4 to 6 people in a room, and it's really good because you're getting so much content, and then you're not getting almost overwhelmed by the amount of people that are there. And then other times people can overbook, and I think you get almost too many people. What is your comfortable amount to have at a workshop?
So for a workshop, so if for full training, like in my own studio, 3 students maximum, by myself, 3 students, like for full training.
Yep.
And for a workshop where they're already trained and they are just looking for tips and tricks, like I have 12 people, but then there's me and Amy both together, so for 12
So 6
people
per trainer.
yeah, so I would kind of command the class at the beginning, and then we split the class in half, and I will go on one half, Amy will go on the other. So somebody has got like 6 students have got a tutor at any one time, and it works really, really well. But we could go like 12 to 15 students maximum, but that would be for 2 of us. If it was just me by myself, I would probably prefer like 10. I could cope with 10 by myself. Me and Tara was going to do, that got cancelled as well. My
Competition one, wasn't it?
yeah, so that's only a 2-hour class, and I was really happy to have 15 to 20 students in that class. Absolutely no problem. It's a 2-hour class. There's no tweezers. There's no
more theory.
Yeah, it's literally about competition. Like nobody even picks up a pair of tweezers. There's literally nothing technical involved at all. So I could happily teach a class of 15 to 20 students for the competition one. But anything that we're going like in depth, or we're going to practice or anything, me and Amy, we could take 12 easy.
Yeah. And so with workshops, do you find that you do get a lot of practical within workshops, or is it more sponge practice rather than working on models, or have you done both?
No, we don't really work on models. So our classes are like, they're normally 4 hours, and it's theory and then a little bit of fan practice. But I would prefer to, if we was working on models, then I wouldn't want so many students at the same time. Like you would need all day, really. You couldn't do models within a 4-hour class. It's just impossible.
No.
So yeah, it would be theory and then a little bit of fan practice on sponges.
Okay, great. So I think it's really interesting just to let a few people out there know that maybe haven't been hosted before, or who are thinking about trying to be hosted. I think it gives them an idea into how to take that step forward. So it's obviously your content. You can either approach people to host you, or they can approach you to have you as such. And then you can work it out between you. Either they get the training complimentary, or if they don't need the training, then you can almost work out an agreement financially where they can provide venue and everything like that, and take a little percentage from it. So that's great. And I think that's good for people to know that are thinking about that. Let's talk about you've got 2 manuals out, apart from your actual training manuals. You've got, I might be wrong, correct me if I am, but I think you've got your styling guide. Is that right? And then
Yeah,
is your competition, is that a how not to suck at competitions? Is that a manual or is that part of the course?
it's just a handout. It's not really a manual. It's just a handout that I would give in the classes. I've only done 2 of those classes, and I really want to do more. Like that is I honestly love that class more than anything else. But yeah, no, the only one that's available to buy is the styling one.
So talk to us then about your styling guide. What sort of things can people find that's inside the styling guide, and where can they buy it from if they want to buy it?
Okay, so if they want to buy it, it's on my website, vickyrugg.co.uk, and the styling guide is basically it's kind of just a little bit of my brain in a book. Again, Amy Phillips helped me. It took me 2 years to take all of these thoughts that I had and put it onto paper. I didn't even know how to do it, and I didn't know that I wanted to do it. But I was like, no, I needed to. It was like an urge to do it. I needed to do it, and I did it in 2018. I've updated it last year to add more into it. So it covers lengths, curls, layering, also angles, and like how you can change people's faces to make them more lifted if people have got droopy eyes and stuff like that. So it kind of covers everything, and I did it to simplify lashes, because every single training that I'd been on, even Maven's training was out of this world, literally out of this world, and I learned more than I'd ever learned before. But it was complex. It was complex, and people wouldn't use it in everyday lashes. Bridal sets, maybe, but it wasn't what the UK was going to use in everyday lashes, and I wanted to simplify it so that everybody could use it every single day.
Yeah, and I've not actually got your styling guide, but I think I've seen snippets of it, or I think from your lash squad group, I've seen a few little bits and bobs of it. Am I right in thinking you work more on the concept of like map 1 and map 2 type?
Map 2, yeah, lash map 1, and that's literally it. Lash map 1 and lash map 2. Like, I never ever understood squirrel. Like, you couldn't just look at somebody and go like, oh, you can have squirrel, or like people would, and clients couldn't say, oh, I want squirrel or I want feline. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, you have to and what if your squirrel is different to my squirrel? Like, how does that work? Like, your different is probably different to my squirrel. Like, who knows what squirrel is? Who even knows?
I know, everyone does every single style,
yeah,
so differently. And if someone like you, you hit the nail on the head. If someone comes to you and says, I want this in squirrel styling, okay, we may get the lengths and the curl the same, but that squirrel lift will never be in exactly the same place. It is going to differ. So what you're saying is that you've simplified it then, and you've made it into basically a lash map 1 and a lash map 2. And
lash map 2 is a very slight variation of lash map 1. So lash map 1 is using the iris, the whole iris. So if your longest length is 12, then lash map 1, all of your 12 would go in line with the iris. Lash map 2 is a tiny variation where if you was 12 was your longest length, 12 was going to go this side of your pupil in line with the brow arch, and then you would go 11. If 10 was your longest length, you would go 10, 9. If 13 was your longest length, you'd go 13, 12. That's literally the only variation, and that's going to give you your kind of cat eye look if you wanted to do that look. But lash map 1 is that's your standard lash map, and lash map 2 is if you need to vary it.
Yeah, I do find it funny though, because in the obviously I'm a member of all the lash groups, and where I've done mentoring with you a few years back, I was accepted into Lash Squad because it is only for your for you've trained, isn't it? So although I'm talking about it, you can't join unless you've trained with Vicky. Exclusive club. I do chuckle to myself sometimes because I haven't read the manual. I thought it's like speaking in code, because when I see people talk about styling, instead of like a normal lash group, you would see people talking about squirrel, dolly, cat eye, natural, like you've just said.
Right, that's what I mean. It means so many different things to natural on me, whereas lash map 1 on you is exactly like
What do I need?
squirrel.
I'll look at the camera. What do I need? Where's the camera? Up there.
Yeah, Lash Map 1 is fine on you. You are quite straight. I would use CC
Am
on
I right?
you. I
Hang
can't
on.
see your natural lashes, but I would use CC on your outers. Definitely use Lash Map 1. Like Lash Map 1 is your standard. If you don't know, use Lash Map 1. You can't go wrong.
Tara's saying one as well.
Yeah, see? See, Tom.
I need this manual just to see
I
what this
will
is all
send you one.
about.
I will send you one. I will send you one.
It's just so I can understand the code, because I literally feel like it's like reading the Matrix. Everyone's like, map 1, map 2, and I'm like, what is this
I
map?
promise it's so easy. It's so easy.
When I came
See, Tara knows. Tara knows.
When
Yeah,
I
but
came to you years ago, you didn't have this out yet. You hadn't done this guide. You were still in
no.
your unit. Do you still have that unit?
Yeah. I still have that. Yeah, I'm still there. I've decorated it all. It's all floral now and all glossy white floor and stuff, but it's all nice and pretty in there now.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so moving on. We've spoken about your hostings and your manuals and your collaborations. You've also got a lash range out, haven't you?
Yeah, just it's very, very simple. I have absolutely no plans to expand it. It's literally, so it started out that I just wanted some lashes to give to my students when I started getting very busy, and it was simply down to cost. It was costing me too much money to supply my students with what I wanted to supply them with. And so I needed to do something so that it was feasible to me to keep teaching the amount of students that I was teaching. So I got my own range of lashes. And honestly, it's a fucking headache that I could really do without. But I'm too deep in now. I have
Past the point of
absolutely.
no return.
It is. I could never go back to paying out £250 a week on lashes for my students. I just couldn't. But I have absolutely zero plans to expand my range. It's a very, very simple range of lashes, and it's ones that I give to my students and I sell the excess. That's literally all it is. I have no
that's
plans.
fair enough. I'm very much in a similar situation. I've just got my lashes in at the moment. I think in the future I'll expand, but nowhere anytime soon.
No, I have absolutely zero plans. Like who knows what could happen in the future, but it's been I've had my own lashes for 3 years now, and honestly I feel exactly the same as I did three years ago. I have absolutely no plans to get new curls. I literally have C, C, and D. I have 0.15 and I have 0.17, and that is it. That's all I have.
0.07, not 17.
Yeah, no, 0.07. That's okay.
0.17, so they're a new one.
No.
I've heard of 18s. I don't think I've ever seen a 17.
No, 17.
So you use your own lashes on your clients?
Yep, absolutely. All of my lashes.
So talk to us then, Vicky. If you're only using your lashes, what else are you using? Let's talk about an adhesive that is your go-to, your tweezers.
My favorite. Okay, so my adhesive, honestly, it's amazing. Is from Emma Smith from Lush Lash. Her crystal glue, I absolutely love it. Yes. It's the best glue.
I've only just got it. I just need. I actually use a black adhesive, but I use the clear adhesive to try. So I got. She said,
I love it. I've been using it for a little while, and I absolutely love it. I also always use glue stop. So I bought. Yep, Ruthie Bell Glue Stop, always, literally since the day it came out, religiously use it. I wouldn't be without it. It doesn't matter. So I did my daughter's lashes a couple of weeks ago, Maggie, and honestly, my humidity was 24%. I used Glue Stop. I used crystal glue from Emma, and it was fine. It was fine. I was a little bit rusty. I hadn't picked up my tweezers for 3 weeks, but everything worked absolutely fine. My tweezers, I use Beatus 5BSA, have done for a very long time.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've used Beatus. So they're the flat one.
Yeah, so they're kind of
flat-footed. Or they
Yeah, yeah. So I use them like a horizontal shape. So I use them that way. I don't like vertical shape tweezers. I don't like Dumont like that kind of shape.
yeah.
These are so. But Beaters have actually changed their tweezers. So mine, they go down like this and they're straight. So mine are quite old, but they're perfect. So beaters have actually changed every single time that I've bought new ones for my students. Their new beaters goes like this and it kicks up.
Hang on, I've got some. Let me see if I've got them here. Hang on. These.
Yes. So they look like the straight ones. So they kick up. No, they kick up. So my ones that I use are very, very straight. So that the foot on those kick up a little bit.
Yeah.
They work fine, but I'm so used to the other shape where they go straight.
Okay, yeah. So I don't actually use that for my tweezers. Where are they? I don't actually know my tweezers are. Mine are. Where are they? I'm using the Dream tweezers at the moment. You know, the Inspire Lashes ones.
Oh yes, yeah.
I don't actually know where they are. That's actually quite scary.
Oh.
It's been so long since I've used them. Oh, hang on. They're in the steriliser. That's a good place for them to be, isn't it? This one.
Oh, the boot shaped ones. I have used boot shaped ones before, but many years ago. So just before I started teaching, I kind of taught myself how to use all different shaped tweezers.
Yeah.
So I can use them, but I would never use them in real life. Like I can make a fan.
In real life.
Yeah, I can show you how to make a fan with them, but if I had a client in front of me, I would never be able to use them. I'd never be able to make a fan. Like slowing it down and making it easy and simplifying it, I would be able to show you how to use them. But yeah, I wouldn't use them in real life.
I tell you what, the new isolation tweezers that I'm trying is this shape, and it's taking me a while to get used to it.
Oh, I've not used that shape. So I was using, I use like a 45-degree angle. So I was using Dumont tweezers for isolation. No, not those ones.
So I used to use these ones.
Yeah, so I was using, I bought Dumont tweezers from Loretta many years ago, and I spent about £60 on these Dumont tweezers, couldn't use them for pickup. So I decided to use them for isolation. No, they like 45-degree, like a little hook.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I use those for isolation. Like I use £60 tweezers for isolation and a £7 pair of tweezers for pickup. Who knew?
Robin Johnson just said, sorry, she misses the name of the adhesive. It's the Lash
Crystal
adhesive. It's a clear adhesive made by Emma Smith. It's getting really good reviews at the moment. So if you haven't tried it,
really good.
Adhesive, then definitely try it. But yeah, okay, so we're talking, you're using the Vitas tweezers still, you're using the Crystal adhesive, and you're using Glue Stop by Ruthie Bell.
Yep.
What about priming, prepping the lashes?
Okay, so all I do is I always shampoo the lashes. So I just use baby shampoo. I know it's controversial, but I use baby shampoo. I have used many lash shampoos before, and they just don't rinse away like baby shampoo does, and it does the job. Nobody's died from me using baby shampoo on their lashes. Nobody's got cancer, nobody's hurt. So baby shampoo works fine for me. So baby shampoo, so I use that, cleanse the lashes, and I rinse with saline solution. And then once they've got their pads on, I do a quick swipe with witch hazel.
Okay, cool. So I've been using the new bio cleaner. Have you tried it yet?
No.
It's really
Who's
good.
it by?
I've got it. It's Monica Zet. The lady called Monica Zet makes it, but London Lash Pro are distributing it. There's the front.
What is it, cleanser?
Bio cleaner. So you clean your lashes, and then you just use the bio cleanser over the top, bio cleaner over the top. Retention.
What, like a primer?
Amazing. Yeah, kind of, but it's still classed as a cleaner, like a cleanser. But I don't do foaming lash wash actually. It's not actually something that I ever really took off of. I don't do, I'm a bit like you say, controversial. I don't do foaming lash washes. I prefer to clean the lashes sort of manually, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I love this bio cleaner, and I'm finding it really good for retention as well. But it's definitely getting more and more popular. It's made by Monica Zet, but London Lash Pro are distributing it now. So if you haven't tried it, it's tiny.
So
tiny
when you
little
cleanse it and then so you cleanse it and then use that,
so
or you're just using that as a cleanser?
Clean the lashes first, and then
Yeah.
go over with this.
Oh, okay.
So,
I will try it. I love trying new things. I will absolutely try it.
yeah, no, it's definitely worth trying.
Emily,
And
what are you drinking? I'm drinking a vodka Florida orange, darling.
we've had a question earlier on. I'm just going to come back to it because I did sort of go past it a second ago. Let me just find it. It was quite earlier on. You've all been commenting so much. Hi, ladies. Wondered if you're going to take any extra measures of PPE to ensure safe practice when returning to work. So that's a good question. Vicky, what are you going to be doing when you return to work in regards to PPE?
Oh, honestly, not very much but that's not to say that you shouldn't, but the clients that I have, honestly, I've had them for 10 years. They're like my friends. I have like 10 clients. I know this because of my Christmas gifts that I gave out this year. I had like 10 clients. I don't have very many clients. So my PPE is really, unless they are absolutely forcing it upon me, honestly, it's not going to be a massive deal to me. I don't have a busy salon. I don't have a high turnover of clients.
It is one in, one out type thing.
One in, one, yeah, exactly. I work with my summer house, or I have one or two students, and if I've got students, I'm not going to be wearing a hazmat suit and mask and gloves. I'm not. When they say it's safe to go out, like, I will go out and continue my normal life. It's not going to affect me a lot. Having said that, a salon is very different. A high turnover of clients, lots of people in and out, lots of staff you have to take care of. Yeah, it may be different for you, but for me, it's not going to be very different. I've got people that have been my clients for 10 years, and they are like my friends. So it's not going to be a massive deal to me.
Amy Phillips just put, I look chunky in a hazmat.
Everybody looks chunky in a hazmat.
Oh god. Lashes Brows by Tamsin. Does that new primer correct the pH? I think it is pH balanced actually. I think it was something that they were talking about with it. It's based it's got a rosemary base, and you can get a lavender one, but the rosemary one is the more popular one to go for, I believe. Yeah, this is the one that I've got, the rosemary. A question that I had last night, Vicky, that I didn't actually get to answer because I didn't see it until I came off. Someone had asked about glue rings. What are your thoughts on them?
No. Just no. Don't use glue rings. Yeah, glue rings are very, very old school. You shouldn't have them near your face. Like, you don't want the glue. You want the glue as far away from your face as you possibly can, really.
Yeah, no.
Glue rings, no, no, no.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It was just a question that came up on the Instagram. It was glue rings versus jade stones, and then jade stones versus crystal stones. So,
I actually use a glue well. I don't use any of those. I use the glue well.
The plastic ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're a newer thing out, aren't they? How do you get on with that using a clear adhesive?
Absolutely fine. So I have my pillow is kind of on a slant, and I have my tile there, and I've got my adhesive there. I use clear glue, absolutely fine. I've been using it for probably over 1.5 years now, clear glue, and yeah, absolutely no problems at all.
No, that's really good. Also, in your spare time, you've been keeping busy, cocktail making.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know that was going to be a thing. It started out, I said to my friends that aren't lashers, there's just my little group of friends that aren't lashers. I was like, I'm going to make an espresso martini. And it was about 11 o'clock in the morning, and she was like, film it. It's like, okay, fine.
filmed it and sent it, and she was like, "This is so funny. This is the best thing." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll post it on Facebook." And then the next thing I knew, it was a thing. And then I was making cocktails at 8:30 in the morning because it was a thing on Facebook, which was fine. But then it felt like it was my job
to do it every day.
Yeah, which was also fine. But then it was like my purpose, and I was like, right, okay, I've got to do a thing, and I've got to do this cocktail making in the morning. But then it was 9 o'clock in the morning. I had no more purpose for the day, and I had a cocktail in my hand, and I was like, I don't really know what to do with the rest of my day now.
That's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. It is a slippery slope. So yeah, I haven't made a cocktail video for a little while now, and I know that everybody really, really enjoyed them, but it's a lot to drink so many cocktails. It was like a 2-week holiday. I feel this is why we have 2-week holidays and not 5-week holidays. We go on holiday for 2 weeks because drinking in the morning for 2 weeks is absolutely fine. Anything more than that, and then you've got a problem. Measure from the heart, that's right.
Right, so then from cocktail making, we then go to roller skating.
Roller skating, yes. So that is from so me and my very best friend Deanne. We used to roller skate when we was kids, and we was chatting, and she was like, "Oh, I wish we could roller skate." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to roller skate. Who's to say that I cannot roller skate? I can do whatever I want." So I got skates, and turns out that I'm pretty fucking good at skating. Who knew? So
can you skate backwards?
Not yet, not yet. I could when I was younger, but not quite yet. But I literally put a pair of skates on for the first time in 25 years, and I was like, I'm fucking good at skating, and I love it. I absolutely love skating.
But not after a cocktail.
No, with cocktails and beers. With cocktails. Absolutely.
You've got a skate ring near you. We've got a roller skating ring near us.
Yeah, so not far. It's in Southend. So as soon as it's open, so I bought my daughter a pair of skates as well. My youngest daughter, I bought her a pair of skates as well. And as soon as we're allowed, we're going.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And then from roller skating to rug, run, run.
I know, a new thing. So I literally, I have to do so. I thought that I was being lazy, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm not doing anything lashes. But it turns out that I need to be busy, but I just needed to be busy with something that's not lashes. So I used to do running before, a few years ago, and then I stopped, just got busy with work and stuff, and then obviously I'm not working, so and after all the cocktails and everything, and I was just drinking loads, and I was like, I need to do something for my mental health. I felt like it was slipping. I felt like I was getting to like a really sad place. So I just went for a run, literally just went for a run on a Saturday morning, and 1 20-minute run, and I made a whole Instagram about it. So I cannot believe my own audacity.
You had inspiration from another. Was there another runner? I saw you post saying
yeah,
something.
so Mackie Bella. So Bella Mackie Bella. That's her name on Instagram. Bella Mackie. So she is married to Greg James from Radio 1 Breakfast Show. So I read her book a few months ago, and her book is called Jog On, and how running saved her life. And she suffered so terribly with anxiety through a lot of her life, and I literally picked up a book. I can't remember why I started, how I came to know about it, but within like the first 5 pages I was like, oh, this is me. This is me. This is everything about this is me. But it took me, so I read it in September, I think, and it's taken me until now. Like, it's been in my brain, it's been there, like, I need to go for a run, I need to go for a run, and it's been there until now. And the Instagram is my accountability, and it makes me happy. Makes me
Yeah.
happy. It makes other people happy. I'm taking all my pictures on the way round. It's making everybody else
It
happy.
also gives you motivation as well, because you'll be going for a run, and if you're at home thinking, "Oh, I haven't been," you think, "I've got to post pictures today. I've got to put something up. I've got to," and
Yeah,
it does make you get out, doesn't it?
it does. So I've told myself that all I have to do is 15 minutes. 15 minutes out of my day where I've got nothing to do. I'm pretty sure I can get 15 minutes out of my day where I have no job.
Yeah.
So as long as I do 15 minutes, that's fine. If I do more, great. If I don't, then 15 minutes is absolutely fine. And 15 minutes is enough to help my mental health and to help my brain calm down and to help my brain relax, and help my body catch up and everything. But
I can
I've
completely
not
relate to
done
that.
less than yeah, I've not done less than 20 minutes yet, because once you're out, once you're actually doing it, it's fine. You can keep going and you can keep going and you can keep going. So yeah, it's really, really helping my mental health at the moment, the running page.
Yeah, no, definitely. I do think it's good. I mean, I love it. I mean, I do running anyway. I'm someone that's always sort of gone out for a run and done running. I have been doing quite a lot during lockdown because I think you could just get more time on your hands.
Yeah.
I ran to my mum's and back the other day, which was actually 14K. I think I nearly died.
Wow,
But
that's
yeah,
so
I
good.
got
I
there.
did 12. I did 12. That's the longest I've ever done. So I did 12K this morning, but most of it was uphill, and I was like, "Oh, that was tough. That was really tough."
The
So
thing is, because we've got
14K
the
is
nicer
amazing.
weather as well, because we've got the nicer weather, like if you don't get out first thing in the morning, you have to wait till last thing at night. It's too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot. It's too hot. Yeah,
It's
I did.
just,
I did an extra little one yesterday lunchtime, and it was horrible. I hated it. So I normally go out between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning. So tomorrow, I knew I was going to be drinking today. So tomorrow I've got PT at 9. So tomorrow I've already planned that I'm going to go, but probably after PT, I'm not going to push myself to go at 7 o'clock in the morning. If I lay in, then I lay in. Like, it's
yeah.
lockdown, nobody knows what's happening. So I'm still going to go tomorrow, but if I do 15 minutes, great. That's fine. 15 minutes is really not a big deal. I can do that. Even with a hangover, I can do 15 minutes. It's not a problem.
Yeah, I think definitely just to give yourself that something, that one task for the day, even, it
Yeah,
makes you feel like you've accomplished something anyway. And it is important to keep
100%.
moving. I think because in general, we're just not moving as much anyway, because
Yeah.
we're not moving around and going out and
I
about.
was down. I was down to about, so for the first 2 weeks of lockdown, where I literally didn't know what the hell was happening, and I was drinking cocktails at 8:30 in the morning. I was down to about 4,000 steps a day, which is really like. I mean, I didn't really do a lot of steps before that, but 4,000 steps a day is not good. And then I was like, I spoke to Amy Dommett. It was literally, I spoke to Amy Dommett a couple of weeks ago. Then I was like, I literally have all the time in the world. Why am I not doing it? I have all day. There's literally no reason for me to not do it. I'm literally just sitting here looking at my phone, wondering what the hell I'm doing. I have literally no excuse. I have all the time in the world. I can spare 15 minutes out of my day.
No, I think definitely it's something to get yourself motivated, especially with the Instagram as well. So something we've been seeing a lot. Just come back to lashes for a little bit, because I think I don't know what time we came on. It will soon give you a reminder on your
Oh, okay.
Instagram when we have to come off. Anyway, it only gives us an hour. So in regards to lashes, we're seeing a few trends, aren't we, at the moment? A lot of people are talking about custom strip lashes. Have you made any? Will you be making any?
No.
No.
No,
For what reason? No need to make them. Your clients aren't asking for them, or you don't want to
no.
make them?
Both. So my clients haven't asked for them. They don't want them. I don't want to make them. I don't like the time that it would take to make them. No, they can just wait. They can wait. I've got to wait. They can wait. So no strip lashes for me.
No. And we've also been seeing a few people start to apply their own lashes in regards to using a duo adhesive as well. I think Jade
Oh my God,
did
I'm
it.
going to do this. So yeah, I am going to do this. So I saw Jade do it yesterday, and she was sending me a little DIY kit. This I'm very excited about, because I have tried to do my own lashes before and it was terrible. and the glue burnt my eyes. But with duo glue, so strip lashes, I love strip lashes, but I don't like how they feel. So
They're
they feel
quite
like
rigid, aren't they?
yeah, really rigid. So I'm very, very excited to have a go with duo glue and some pre-jades. Very excited.
Yeah, no, I think it is definitely something that will take off. Do you think it's something that will eventually be introduced into salons? Or
Yes.
almost
Maybe,
reintroduced, I'd say, because I think I
yes.
don't think it's I
It's
think
like
although it's
party lashes. Like
yeah,
party
that's the
lashes,
thing.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
like
Yeah.
custard lashes, but it's just like a newer version because if you're using
Yeah.
it
So
every
it's
day,
just
it's
an
just not got
updated.
the yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So for people that are busy or like Jade said, like makeup artists and brides that aren't going to have their lashes done before and they just want better than strip lashes but not actual proper lashes, then yeah, it's going to work great for them. I think that it's going to be a thing.
So what would your thoughts be on if it was to go into salons as like a weekend lash, say you'd have to advertise it as, wouldn't you? What sort of pricing do you think it would come in at if you was thinking of introducing it?
Oh Christ, I have absolutely no idea.
I know.
Absolutely
It's a hard one, isn't
no
it? Because
idea.
I think with classic lashes, I mean, how much do you charge for a full set of classics?
So I charge by time. I don't charge for a set. So I charge by time. Doesn't matter if you're having classic lashes, volume lashes, mega volume. Well, I don't actually do mega volume, but so I charge by time. So for example, if you asked me for a set of classic lashes, I would book out a 90-minute set for you because I can do a set of classics in 90 minutes. Whereas if you wanted a bridal set of lashes, I would tell you to book a 3-hour set of lashes. So a classic
So
set,
if you're having a classic set, an hour and a half, how much would it be for you?
£60, but then a
Yeah.
3-hour set would be £120. So I'm £40 an hour. So it would be £120. So that would be your bridal set. But a classic set of lashes would only be 90 minutes. So that would be £60. So you pay less for classic lashes because it takes quicker.
Yeah, it takes less
But
time.
yes, but for like a layered volume set of lashes, you'd pay more.
Not too far off my price. I mean, I charge for classic lashes for an hour and a half, 55, so it's only like sort of £5 difference.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking about if this was to come in, because I genuinely do think that if people start to see, especially like you see, this self application and us able to do it for a weekend, maybe if someone can't even afford to have a full set of classics or a full set of Russian put on. I'm just thinking no one's sort of started speaking about the pricing of it yet, and I think it is
Yeah,
still
I think,
soon.
yeah, but I think because there's still so no bar, still, I,
Because
my
I mean,
clients,
Frankie last night
my
said she got.
clients still want me to do it. They would still want me. If I said to them, "Do you want to pay me like for a 2-hour, £80 set of lashes, or do you want to pay 20 quid, for example, for a set of lashes that you can do yourself?" They would still rather I did it.
So what about I think the gap in the market for these is for the girls, you know, like maybe 16, 17-year-olds that parents will let them have them done, but they're
Yeah,
still at school and they can't have them done, or they're still doing, they've got to follow rules for work and things like that. I think for them, they'd love to have them put on say, like a Friday, and then able
yeah,
to take them off on a Sunday. So
yeah,
this is what I
absolutely.
think for like the younger generation.
It's
I'm
going to be
wondering if it's going
amazing.
to be something for them. Yeah,
Yes,
because
I
Tara's
think
saying,
so.
yeah, for prom girls. The girls that
Prom girls, yeah,
maybe
exactly that.
parents who don't want their their girls to have lashes on like a full set, and also
Yeah,
the expense of it. Because I mean, a prom. I mean, I've not had to pay for one yet, but I dread to think how much they
yeah.
will cost.
It's
So
a lot.
I'm thinking for the younger generation client, when you're like 16, 17, I do think they may take off for a weekend set.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely going to be a thing. I really do
Yeah.
think it's going to be a thing.
I'm interested to see how long Jade gets out of hers.
Me too.
It's updated.
I will too. I'm going to try them. As soon as I've got them, I'm going to try them.
Does anyone have any questions for Vicky while she's on, whilst we've got her? We're coming to the end of the timing that we've got. I'm completely guessing because I'm not on I'm on Vicky's Instagram. Have you had a warning yet come up at the top?
Ledge.
When you get a warning up at the top, let us know.
A warning? No warning yet.
So what are your plans, Vicky, when you return to work? Are you going to go get all your
No
clients
plans.
sorted first?
Gonna do what?
Are you going to get all your clients sorted and booked in first, or is your main
Yeah.
priority going to be your students? How are you going to prioritise?
No, clients will be first. They are, it's only going to be a couple of hours. I don't have many clients either. So that will be my first priority. And then what we'll do is we'll get our workshops and everything. We're going to organise the diary. So we've got all of our workshops booked back in, the ones that were postponed, cancelled, whatever. We're going to head down to Cornwall. So that's going to be, that's a big trip for us. So that's our priority, will be clients booked in, then workshops that was postponed, we'll get them booked back in.
Yeah. So when you had to postpone the trainings, how did you go about that? Did you refund the people, or did you just say we'll get you back in?
No, so everybody has been so amazing. I think because we're all in the same boat, we haven't cancelled, we didn't want to cancel, so we haven't had to refund anybody so far. And if they can't make the new date, fine, we will refund them. But we're hopefully, as soon as we're allowed, we'll get a new date in, and hopefully they can make that date. If they can't, then we will obviously refund them.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think we've answered everything that I had on my list, Vicky. We spoke about everything that I wanted to have a nosy about into your life. It's been lovely to see you.
Thank you.
But if anyone wants to find Vicky's styling guide and learn about map 1 and map 2, you can get it on the website, which is
VickyRugg.co.uk.
And can they also find your lashes there as well?
Yep, absolutely, on the website as well, lashes and the styling guide. And obviously, as soon as we're allowed, we will have our new training dates on there as well.
Okay, perfect. So thank you for sharing all of that. And as always, if anyone wants to follow the Lash Social UK and keep up to date with all our events, then contact myself. We're not on Vicky's on our Instagram, so it's the Lash Social UK. But I'll say goodbye and thank you very much for your time, Vicky. And I'll let you end your video. But it's nice to see everyone. And just quickly, because it's Thursday, I'm not back on now till Monday. I only do it Monday to Thursday to give myself a break. But I'm back on Monday evening, the 27th at 9 o'clock, talking to Loretta from Flawless Lashes.
Yay!
So I'll see you all then. See you later.
Thank you. Bye, Genevieve. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Vicky.